Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today is July 4th, and I find myself in the new River Gorge National Park down in West Virginia. This national park is about 4 hours south of Pittsburgh. I had some time off for the July 4th holiday. The family's all working, so I'm taking a solo trip down here to the new River Gorge. Um, it rained last night, and it's supposed to rain later on this later morning and afternoon. So I got up relatively early, about 4:30 in the morning, and drove to the trailhead, the Endless Wall Trail. I'm trying to beat the rain. Hopefully I can do this trail and a couple other maybe short hikes. There's some waterfall attractions, things like that I'd like to see. So the Endless Wall Trail, it's the #1 trail that comes up on the All Trails app. It must be very popular. Now the trailhead itself looks like it only fit about 20 cars. This is considered an easy loop. Um, it has, I want to say, 3.2 mile loop, something like that. Not much elevation gain because we're already up high. The trail skirts the valley below, so it looks like you might get some good vista views, things like that. Starting to feel some raindrops right now, so I got my rain parka that I'll be bringing with me just in case. Hopefully the trail's not too muddy from the evening rains. I was hoping for a good sunset, but it is cloudy, so I don't think I'm going to get anything like that. Yeah, so the New River Gorge National Park, I've been here before. Haven't really hiked much. I usually just driving through when I'm going south or coming back. I'll stop at the guest services area and look at the bridge and the valley below at the river and things like that. I've not really hiked anywhere, so I'm looking forward to this. So enough of me talking. Let's get on that trail and take a look at this. So if you're not really familiar with the New River Gorge National Park here in West Virginia, it's kind of, I wouldn't call it a hidden treasure, but it's not one of the better well-known national parks in the country. But there's a lot to do here. A lot of recreational sports, so everything from whitewater rafting to ATV tours, zip lining, eco tours, things like that. There's the New River Bridge, which is a great attraction, which the construction of that, I believe back in 1974, helped travel a lot. It used to take 30 minutes or so to get across the valley. Now it takes minutes. And you can walk across the underneath of that bridge. It's called the Bridge Walk. I have one of those scheduled for tomorrow at noon. It's supposed to be thunderstorms. It says rain or shine, but we'll see. So I'm really looking forward to that. And everything, there's deer everywhere right now. I see a bunch of deer. Of course, there's 70 some trails in this area, and lots to see, lots of roadside vistas and things like that. So this really is a treasure in West Virginia. If you've not been here and you find yourself on the East Coast and in the Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania area, I highly recommend just driving by. Even if you look at the roadside vistas, it's definitely worth it. It's kind of interesting. I'm not used to hiking in low light. I did get up early, and I normally get up early to hike, but this was pretty early. And with the tall hemlocks that we have here, any light that is currently in the sky right after sunrise is kind of being blocked. So it's interesting hiking in low light. It's definitely peaceful and quiet, and I definitely got here before anybody else did. I was the first one in the parking lot. So kind of interesting. I like it. Don't know if it's my preference, but it's definitely cooler as well. That's for sure. But sun's starting to peek through the trees a little bit, so it's kind of majestic. So far the trail's been relatively flat, but there's some man-made stairs here. Pretty good condition. So far it's just been a walk through the woods. Nothing too spectacular, no great rock formations or anything like that. But I'm sure the views coming up will be spectacular. So I'm assuming that right there is why they call this the Endless Wall Trail. So this area where I'm at right now is a little detour, and head back up on the path and head towards this endless wall. Let's see what the views are like there. So far, I keep finding like little outcroppings to these amazing vistas like you see behind me, and that'll show on the 360-degree camera. It is awe-inspiring. It's a little overwhelming at times. I have a slight fear of heights, and if I let my mind get to me, I'll need to ground myself and hold on to one of these trees, and hopefully those are planted well. I'm sure they are. But yeah, this is it's such amazing views, amazing vistas. So these views are just incredible. I I've been up this high in Utah and places like that, and it's always just takes my breath away. And that has nothing to do with my fear of heights. I do get vertigo a little bit if I look out and look too fast to the left or the right. But I've done pretty well here. I'm about 5 feet from the cliff, so I guess I'm doing well. But yes, it's amazing, this view. Definitely got to do the Endless Wall Trail if you're in the New River Gorge National Park. There are a couple peregrine falcons just flying around, squawking. I don't know if the microphone will be able to pick it up with the wind up here. It's pretty amazing though. So I'm starting to see a few other hikers, a trail runner, but really no traffic. Looks to be about maybe another 4 more lookouts, view areas, and then after that it's back to the woods, to the parking lot. Now there's a train coming by the tracks below. It's pretty cool as well. I can't quite see it. Oh no, I see it. So it's to my left of the river down there. Man, so the sun is out. It's getting hot. I'm regretting wearing pants and long sleeve. Guess the rain is not coming just yet. I checked the weather. It looks like it's not going to be here for another 2-3 hours. So I guess I'll just have to deal with the sweat and the heat that I got going on. But once again, look behind me. Just another amazing vista. Just vista after vista. I can't recommend this trail enough. Alrighty. So something I realized with my fear of heights is I don't get vertigo so much. I mean, right now I'm about a foot from the cliff, and I don't get vertigo when there's trees right below me. Interesting. I guess if I see the ground directly below me, that's when I get vertigo. So we'll see if I do this bridge walk tomorrow how that goes. But once again, look at that. And I still hear those peregrine falcons just all over the place. So reviewing some footage, I saw a ladder down on the cliff, and it looks like you can go and take these steps down, go along there, and then see if I can find that ladder. There it is, ladder down there. If I wasn't alone, I'd probably try that if I had somebody watching my back. But I'm out here solo hiking again, and there's no other hikers around me, so I'm not going to attempt that. But if you're here, and this is the very last vista on the loop, or the first, depending on which way you go in the loop, you could, if you're with somebody, I highly recommend having somebody with you and taking that ladder and going down there and seeing where that goes. Probably be quite an adventure. So the trails come out into a parking lot, but not my parking lot. Looks like behind me, I have to get on the road and walk the road to my parking lot. No bueno. Well, that was about a 10-minute walk down the road. The shoulder had disappeared for a little bit. So just keep an ear out on cars and things like that. Other than that, this hike was amazing. Has to be one of the top hikes so far this year with the vistas. You know, normally I like things like waterfalls and stuff like that, but hey, with those views, I'm fine with not passing a waterfall or anything like that. As of right now, the parking lot's a little bit more full than it was when I got here. I was the only car when we got here. But definitely, if you are in the New River Gorge National Park, check out the Endless Wall Trail. The views are just worth it. So I'm going to end this video here because I think it might be getting a little long. But I'm heading out to a couple other shorter trails with water. So I'll probably make a separate video of that. The trails are a mile or less. It's more of a scenic type of trail. Hopefully it's not too crowded with tourists, but if it is, you know, that's what happens when you visit a national park on the 4th of July. So, well, until the next video with those trails, keep hiking. And just as I left the parking lot, it started downpouring.